All right, looks like we are green. Welcome in, everybody. We have got some breaking news coming out of New York. Governor Kathy Hochul, turns out she was employing a Chinese communist spy with ties to the CCP and all sorts of things, which I'm sure had nothing to do with any of the political decisions that have been coming down. Oh, wait, maybe they do. What is with the Democrats and having issues with Chinese spies? I don't know. It's real odd. Everything I'm about to show you is going to be linked in the description box below. I've got some amazing stuff to show you right here, along with some historical clips from Hochul, which now kind of makes sense. All right, as you guys get in here, make sure you hit that 5x5. Let me know in the comments if we are all good to go, because we have got some stuff to show you right here. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, oh man, make sure you guys are all sending this one out. And just make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. And one thing that I got to show you really quickly, don't let the YouTube algorithm steal that subscription from you. Because I'm seeing again and again and again, more and more people are getting turned off, unaware, subscription notice scarfed by this guy right here. He's unscrupulous. He doesn't want you to have your freedom of prescription of 2A goodness. So make sure that is still turned on, because the accidents are abounding right now. But beautiful people, let me get that ugly monster out of here and show you what I'm going to show you right behind secondpress.co. Now, secondpress.co is something that's my website. It's my little community. It's something that me, myself, Katie, and Tim have all put together, and we are building this thing. Go there. It's completely free. Sign up. Become part of the community, because lots of stuff is about to start popping off, like this right here. All right, so let me read this to you. Oh, that is all kinds of wonky. Hold on a second. Can't be having wonky information for you guys. All right, check this out. Breaking. Former aide to New York Governor Kathy Hochul charged with acting as an agent of the Chinese government. Former Deputy Chief of Staff to Hochul, Linda Sun, was charged with alien smuggling and money laundering conspiracy. She was also charged with conspiring to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Her husband, Chris Hu, was also charged. Prosecutors say Sun acted as a, quote, undisclosed agent of the Chinese government, while her husband, Hu, facilitated the transfer of millions of dollars in kickbacks for personal gain. They added that Sun used her position of influence in order to covertly promote the PRC, that's the People's Republic of China, and the CCP agendas, Communist Chinese Party agendas, which directly threatened our country's national security. Now, guys, that's kind of weird, because I remember this chick named Fang Fang, and Eric Swallowwell over there, he was like having a good old time. Well, it turned out to be another Chinese spy. That's weird, because now Chinese spies are showing up in different coasts, East and West Coast, but both with Democrats. That's weird. Maybe it had something to do with this, though. I got just pull something from the vibe, back in the brain. Remember when Kathy Hochul said this about gun control? Again, this is really important to understand the whole vibe. Check this out.
Have the numbers?
I don't need to have numbers. I don't have to have a data point to say that this is going to. All I know is I have a responsibility to the people of this state to have sensible gun safety laws, and this one was not devised by the Hochul administration. It comes out of an administration from 1908.
Remember that one? I wonder if there was any kind of influence from the CCP or the People's Republic of China around her not needing data points to take away Second Amendment rights of people in her state. I don't know. I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. That's weird. That's weird. All right, well, something else. Let's go over here. Let's see what else we got here. We talked about that one. This is the one I want to show you right here. This is the other video. Democrat New York Governor Kathy Hochul's former Deputy Chief of Staff was just arrested by the FBI for acting as an agent of the Chinese Communist Party. Wait a minute. Kathy Hochul, she had a Deputy Chief of Staff. That means they ran the entire office and the entire campaign. Well, that doesn't make sense, because they're there for democracy. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not. They're just, hiring people, Republic of China affiliates and Chinese Communist Party people. No big deal. MBD. Yeah. Except for the part where they're communist. And maybe that has something to do with the fact that she's openly led a crusade against all these people's rights in New York and kind of been a leader of gun control in the nation. I wonder if any of these things are tying together. Let's jump into the comments, see if you guys notice anything. Governor Tim Walz spends more time in China than in Minnesota. Okay. What would surprise me if it wasn't intentional. Let's see. Oh, that's right, Feinstein's chauffeur. Thank you very much. See, this is why we do this together, guys. There's lots of spies that seem to be embedded in one particular party that has a vested interest in taking our gun rights nationally. I don't know which one that is. I think it starts with a D, though. I'd wager there are more. That is probably true. Well, let me jump over here. Let's see what CBS is saying about this breaking news, because this happened about an hour ago. Let's jump over. Is this the right one? No, that's her just being a tyrant, probably influenced by the Chinese Communist Party. All right, let's see what they have to say at CBS while we go into this. Let's maybe something's amiss here.
Let's now head to New York. A former aide to Governor Kathy Hochul has been arrested by the feds. CBS News New York's Marcia Kramer joins us live now. Marcia, this was sort of jaw-dropping.
Jaw-dropping.
Well, this was a 65-page indictment that was literally unsealed about an hour and a half ago. And it basically charges a woman named Linda Sun, who was a top aide to both Governor Andrew Cuomo and to Governor Kathy Hochul.
Hold the phone. A top aide to Governor Kathy Hochul and Andrew Cuomo? That's almost like that's a international operation to infiltrate one of the largest cities on the planet, which has undue influence in an entire country. Oh my goodness, I wonder what's being done by that. Let's see what Biden's doing. Yeah, he's sleeping. Let's continue.
Trying to use her various positions in state government to help the Chinese government. They basically accuse her of taking money in exchange for doing various things for the Chinese government and not registering under the Foreign Agent Registration Act. But it's a...
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't you guys just hate it when the foreign spies don't register properly? It's almost like gun registration, just nobody does it. But anyway, except the law-abiding, but no big deal. Whatever, let's keep going.
Very complex indictment. Basically, one of the things that she was charged with doing was trying to prevent the New York government from doing anything to recognize the Taiwanese government, because, as you know, the Chinese government says that that's not anything should be recognized. At one point, an assembly person asked if one of the governors could go meet with the Chinese, and the phrase was, "No meeting, please. Kindly decline. Do not want her to invade into Chinese Taiwan sensitivity." But there
were active decisions that were made with international partners from the United States, international treaties, that were circumvented by the Deputy Chief of Staff in the New York Governor's Office. Kathy Hochul's got herself a problem. Why don't we have the conversation also, what would that influence with gun control? What was that influence with how many rights you were trying to take away from American citizens? Why don't we have that conversation? No, it's just, never mind. That's just something for the wall. It's just over there. Let's keep talking. Let's see what happens.
There's so much money that changed hands, millions and millions of dollars, that enabled Linda Sun and her husband to purchase a $4 million home in Long Island, a $2 million condo in Hawaii, and a whole fleet of luxury cars, including a Ferrari, a Mercedes, and a Range Rover.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta stop it again, guys. I mean, like, let's just run back to play a little bit. So we've got someone who's inside the Democratic Party who is running the office of the two governors of New York, who is, I assume, involved in income redistribution and the fairness that needs to be done from a statewide all the way down to the population and also federal government, involved in the Communist Chinese Party, influencing the New York governor's office to not get involved with Taiwan or Chinese affairs because of sensitivities, has a $4 million house on a government employee salary, a $2 million condo, all of which this is evil, by the way, when other people do it, and a fleet of luxury cars. You guys catching all the hypocrisy yet? Nothing? It's not there? Okay, let's keep going. More CBS.
There was whole numbers of things that she did, including apparently forging Governor Hochul's, she was then lieutenant governor, so a signature on some invitations. Now, why this was important was the following. The Chinese government used this invitation with the forged signature to use it to apply for visas to get these people from the Chinese government into the United States.
Holy crap! Okay, again, sorry, I'm just gotta keep it on playing field here. So the woman forged Kathy Hochul's signature to get more Chinese in the country who had affiliations with the Chinese Communist Party. Hochul has a problem. But let's continue. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it is nothing.
And they were able to do this with the forged signature. So there was a whole level of things that they did, including visa fraud, money laundering, and other crimes, and specifically of being an agent of a foreign government, the Chinese government and the Chinese party. Interestingly, during the course of her employment, Linda Sun also made several trips to China, and there are pictures of her at various Chinese events posing with various Chinese officials and also people who worked in the Chinese consulate here in New York. A very
Nothing. Nobody? Nobody thought that'd be a red flag? Nobody. Feng Feng, chauffeur of Feinstein, as someone pointed out over here? Nobody? Nothing. We're good? Okay. Okay, good Lord. It's really odd to me that this consistently happens in the same party that tries to take people's freedoms and the Second Amendment away. I'm just going to point it out. I'm just saying. Don't hate the messenger, just hate the fact that it happened. Anyway, let's continue.
comprehensive indictment, and if it is proven, the federal government intends to ask her to forfeit the property, the cars, and various money that was involved in numerous bank accounts. Also, there's some very funny things that were involved in it, including she got a job for her cousin in China. They had a chef of a Chinese official preparing a gourmet duck dish for her parents and sending it here on numerous occasions.
Okay, I don't care about that part. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's get close together. Let's have a relationship again, beautiful people. So we've got the Democrat Party, which hired a Chinese communist spy to be running the office of two different governors in New York. In that time, that individual forged the signatures of sitting officials, brought more Chinese over that could be affiliated with the Chinese the Communist Party of the Chinese. Has $4 million house, has $2 million condo, has a fleet of luxury vehicles, all the while in the party that says excess and the rich are evil and soak 'em. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Then you have Feng Feng from Swallowwell, you got Feinstein's chauffeur of 20 years, and now you got this woman inside Hochul's office. Anybody? And it just so happens that all three of those people are also dedicated, and one was technically, dedicated gun controllers to destroy the Second Amendment? Nothing? Oh man, people. Hochul needs to be in trouble for this. Will anything happen? Probably not. Let's just be honest. But wow, the coincidences abound, don't they? I'm gonna jump into your comments real quick because you guys are firing up over here. I love every second of it. I'm out of focus. No, I'm in focus. We're all good. Same thing over and over again. Absolutely. I don't want to play this game anymore. Terry, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's a thing. She should resign immediately. Yes, but that would require some sort of shame and accountability. Not likely. Don't forget old Joe. That's true. I need my refund. It's you guys are going to get me in trouble over here. But that's what I've got for you guys. We're going to have one more video tonight around some things that happened today around our Second Amendment, but I wanted to bring that to you, particularly around the part where Kathy Hochul was, out there saying she didn't need numbers or data points to restrict the rights of Second Amendment for the American population in New York. But don't worry, Chinese communist officials running her entire thing, forging her signature and interfering with alliances and treaties. No biggie. It's okay. I will see you guys on the next one. Good Lord, these people.